Okay, I think that's live. Good morning. As it says, morning coffee and code. So I was having a chat with a few people on the Penrose Discord and Mastodon actually, about the possibility of doing some kind of morning coding sessions. So as you can probably tell from my voice, it's not going to be super high energy. I have a small puppy now, which if you hear kind of chomping noises in the background, that's what that is. She's just over 10 weeks old, so she's in that kind of delightful puppy phase of waking up pretty early in the morning and charging around like a mad thing, and then going back to sleep once she's got me awake. So I'm up, she's kind of calmed down, and my kids are getting up, but it's a slow start to the day, and I thought I might do a bit of programming and have a cup of coffee. So yeah, I've not got a massive plan for what I'm aiming to get done. It's more just this is what I do in the mornings anyway, and I've had a few people asking about kind of how Penrose gets developed or what open source kind of stuff like this looks like. I know there's lots of people who do this already, but I thought I'd give it a go. I'm going to be programming, I might as well show off what I'm doing. So plan for this morning could be a couple of things. Now there's no one here at the moment, but if anyone's kind of watching this after the fact, here's some ideas for if you wanted to suggest anything for a future session if that was of interest. One is mouse support, proper mouse support for Penrose. I think what's that saying? Stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended. Why not? I thought I was streaming what was recommended. Am I not? Possibly not. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes, and if it's kind of crappy in terms of quality, and anyone's watching, let me know. We'll see if we can fix it for next time. But yeah, what I was going to say is Penrose kind of doesn't have real true. I'll say kind of doesn't have. Straight up does not have mouse support at the moment. You can do floating windows in a slightly funky way. So, well, one thing you can do scratch pads, which is not really floating windows, it's kind of a dedicated thing. But you can float a window. Wow, I need more coffee. Clearly, right, okay. And now if I, let's be honest, double check my bindings. So I don't do this very often. Mod control is the correct. Okay, so mod control F, flunk, makes that float. ST without Tmux running was definitely the wrong choice for this, because it's not going to behave very nice with resizing. ST doesn't really like being resized that much. But I can float that window or resize it, and then, very importantly, we can take it around the screen. But it's pretty slow, because I'm kind of moving it like a couple of pixels at a time. So that's kind of all I can manage. Not much. What would be nice is if you actually had proper like click to drag kind of mouse support. So we could have that. And the other bit is I have a kind of Zephyr script at the moment. So I have make and embedded, which does this. This isn't going to work super well at the moment because I've got the same key bindings set up, so they'll not get intercepted, but I can open more terminals. And you can see that that is Penrose running inside of this little embedded Zephyr. For when you do, this is the problem with it, is that if I actually do the binding for opening a new terminal, it opens a new terminal in my Penrose session, not in the embedded one. Because the bindings conflict, and Zephyr doesn't kind of send those through Oh, there we go. Control Shift grabs mouse and keyboard. So I could do that. But then how do I drop them? Basically, this is a I should learn more about Zephyr kind of situation. Or one thing I've been doing at work for this is running it in a LexD VM, and that works quite nice. And you can do that with VGA, but you get a GNOME desktop by default. So the other option would be work out how to spin up a LexD VM, but swap out the window manager swap out GNOME for Penrose, and then I'd be able to play around in there, and that's a full VM rather than just an embedded X section. So that might work with kind of larger setups and things like that. So we could do that. We can see. We'll kill this and get a whole bunch of errors. That's fun. The other thing, not for right now, but if people are interested, is as another project, I have, let's show the page for it. I have something called AD. And AD is an adaptable text editor, which Penrose, and let's say, let's look at the code for the stack. Look at the main data structure of Penrose. There we go. This is AD. It is kind of a Vim Cocoon kind of clone / hybrid. The syntax highlighting is super janky, as you can see. So what are you doing? Where have you been? You've gone back to being all kind of zoomy now. Here you go. Come say hi. Come say hi. This is Sylvie the puppy. Say hello. Hello. Hi. Yeah. Okay, she's quite batty too. That's my desk, doing my desk. But yeah, it AD works. Surprisingly, I was really kind of surprised when I put it together. I was like, oh crap, this thing works. It has a whole bunch of bits and pieces to it that are kind of mad, but are kind of based on something called Acme from Plan 9. So it kind of exposes its internal editor state as a virtual file system, which is a choice. Let's put it that way. So if I do mount AD, and then come over here, this is kind of the internal state of the text editor as a file system. This is a very much, hey, can I do this? I can. Should I do this? Maybe. The kind of fun bit with this is that it means that you can kind of script the editor and interact with it with programs that can work with files. So basically, take your pick. Like, you don't have to have like embedded Lua for NeoVim or Emacs lists for Emacs or JavaScript for VS Code and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, TypeScript. And you can do kind of weird and wonderful stuff like this, where we can like grab a bit of text, get confused about why that highlights in a weird way, and then we can say cat put buffers 1 dot, and we get the text that's in there. Or we can say hello from Michelle. I think I need to do it like this. And if you watch over here, oh no, I need to do this. There we go. Hello from the shell. There we go. So as you can see, it's incomplete and rough, and has on too. Hey. But it works. So maybe one thing to do is to kind of make that a bit nicer. The kind of really stupid thing about AD is it doesn't have many dependencies. Like 9p as a dependency for doing the virtual file system stuff is a separate crate that I wrote, which depends on bit flags, and that's it. So other than bit flags and libc, I implemented everything, including a regex engine. This was very much I wanted to see if I could do it and learn more about it, and I did. I have a great appreciation for actual production-ready regex engines and text editors as a result. Yeah, so it's all fun. What should we do? That's the question. The other thing is to port more from Xmonad contrib. That is a potential fun thing to do. Because there's lots of stuff in here. And a fairly common thing that I get from people when they discover Penrose is sort of saying, oh, Penrose is cool. I had an Xmonad config that did blah, 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 blah. Does Penrose do that? And given the richness of stuff that you have in Xmonad contrib and the stuff that people have built themselves on top of Xmonad, the answer is typically no. As in, out of the box, no, but you could. And so one thing we could do would be to help with that and add more things in. Let's see how we go. Or do more stuff with the UI up here. Like, if you followed Penrose before, you might notice there's now little angle bits. Super exciting. I added the ability to draw arbitrary polygons, which I've then only really used for drawing 45-degree angles so far. I quite like that as a way of showing which screen has focus, so that it's been moving focus to my other monitor. And also just the slanty angles look cool. I like them. They're good. So yeah, so that's kind of fun. I think maybe what we'll do is start having a look at the mouse stuff. And to be honest, looking at the mouse stuff is going to be checking or double checking, because it's a while since I looked at what Xmonad does and what DWM does for this. There are actually some commented out things in here. Like I have mouse bindings as a thing, and I have this mouse focused stuff. Or maybe the mouse focused was about click to focus, actually. I'm not sure now. I'm also not sure. I think I maybe had this in the 0.2 version of Penrose. I think maybe it was one of the things that didn't get ported. To end of life. Let's do a core manager. I assume it would be a mod because I'd need to track some stuff for this. Studio state. Oh, the API is so much better now. And hooks. Hooks used to be so bonkers. I had so many hooks. And now I've simplified that massively. Okay, here we go. So yeah, you could have just mouse bindings, which technically you can still do, so you can kind of set stuff up. So that works. And that's not the same as like being able to use the mouse to move windows. Grab keys and run. Actually, no, I'm wrong. That is the same thing. That's what this is, isn't it? It's mouse bindings. This is what I'm after. Okay. So what happened in the state? Did I have stuff in there? Copy, comments, screen, workspace. No. The whole framework is firing its fan like crazy at the moment. What are you doing? Position of clients, volume hydrant. Where's this gonna be? I mean, unit connection stuff that should be in there, I suppose. Mouse binding stuff. So I held the parsing for mouse button and modifiers. And the mouse state. We should still have all that. There's an old issue from Cyclone pointing out that the way I've got this set up at the moment isn't quite right. So yeah, emitting mouse events is a thing here. So that should still be a thing. Let's double check that, I suppose. So we've got mouse states that we can grab. And that, we've got another conversions. So the button press. Pull this stuff through for press release. And then there's this fix move, which is from Cyclone. So this is motion notify. What's the issue with this again? Don't contain information about a button. Okay. So that's definitely wrong. But we should at least be able to do like mouse stuff. No, that's just key bindings I return. Don't have any mouse bindings at the moment. And so that 0 being XCB gravity is not great. That should maybe just be pushed into the trade. But we do actually grab mouse states and grab buttons. So that's good. That means that we are actually passing these through, we're just not doing anything with them at the moment. So what I need is handlers for drag and resize. So can I sort that out without messing with the state itself? Maybe? Maybe. Do I not have... explain that anymore. This is my new machine. So I need to go expand. Exponent. Yes. Exponent. We need to find exponent. Yes, we do. But you can't. Right. Oh, it's been ages since I've had a look at this. I think it's core I want in here. Mouse focused. Was refocus caused by mouse action? Sure. Position mouse currently being processed. I think that just needs to be in here. Because they don't. Yeah, why does that need to be in there? Does that need to be a first class thing? Hopefully not. So what is in this operation? Is mouse focused? Why did you guys up there? So this is in. That's my modifying refresh. Why do you care about mouse focused? What is this? So unless it's mouse focused, clear pending events. Okay, that feels like that's potentially something to do with once we start doing this. We're gonna get weird kind of jitter. Unless we sort this out. Mouse position, none. If the event gives us position of the pointer, set mouse position. Okay. So our event conversion stuff should already be giving us that, and that's into the what is that doing? No, because it'll be in the current event. But in the mouse binding, we really want to be the mouse event handler. So you get a mouse event and the state. The mouse event has. I don't know, the mouse event has the point in it. So why do you need to track that separately? That doesn't make any sense. What's the one thing okay, so that's a setting mouse event. Hello. Hi. Hi. No, don't go on the desk. No. No, what do you do? What do you do? What's that? Hey, what's that? Right, can you stay there? Handle button event. Ooh, dragging. What is dragging? Window set. Maybe position equals ooh. What's that? we have a drag handler. Okay. So I need to look at how button actions plays in with the dragging stuff. See, stuff like this is what worries me, is this kind of, there's lots of assumptions in the baked in mouse button handling, which has always felt, when I've looked at this, that there must be situations where that's wrong, depending on what the user's set up with their button actions. But also this is kind of when I've just had a look at all the Haskell and just been like, nope. I'm kind of giving up on it. But really, this is the extent of what I should need to port, I think. So if I go to the handlers, or should have handlers down here. Where are we? Handle event. Mouse event. Yeah, so I have handle mouse event. And so this so here we go. So if it's a button release, we check to see if we're dragging. And if we are dragging, we clear the kind of dragging handler, is that what it is? Yeah, just like a tuple. Oh god, what is that thing? Yeah. So if we release the button, we clear that kind of dragging handler, and we call that function. So presumably that handler is kind of a tuple of do this while we're dragging, do this when we're done, I think. And if not, we broadcast that event to all layouts, and I think that's a standard Xmonad thing of making sure that button clicks kind of get passed through as events for layouts, which is probably something we should add as well once we put this in place. And then for need to handle a motion event, that may also mean we're dragging, sure. Okay, otherwise, then we're checking the button event, and if it's a button press, we'll handle it. What do I have for my mouse events? No, that's the state of the button. Mouse event kind. Oh, there we go. Press, release, and motion. Oh, but that's the motion notify stuff, right? And that's the stuff that's like this me is wrong. Right? Yeah. Motion event. Okay, so we've got that motion event stuff. We've got so if we release, we do that. If we're dragging, we apply the dragging stuff. If it's a button press, we check to see if we have any actions. Is that right? Yeah, we're looking up at the button actions. And we're seeing we're applying the action with that window. So that's how Xmonad past actions work. They apply to the window. Okay, maybe that's something that I need to sort of mind now. Don't know if I've got that. Otherwise, we focus the window. Unless CTF. Once. Oh, wait, no. Quick. To focus. Oh, that's CDO. Yeah. Click to focus. Okay, that replay pointer stuff is new, so that's basically pass the event through. And send the button event through. Okay. But then, presumably, if that's all set up that way, like resize must be a function you just drop in with this stuff. So two, five, three. Careful, you're gonna fall off. Mouse buttons, here we go. So mod and button one, you're going to focus the window, mouse move window, Windows Shift Master. Set the window to floating mode and move by dragging. Raise the window to the top of the stack. Okay. Set the window to floating mode and resize. Don't eat me. Okay, so mouse move window, where are you defined? Operation 813. Drag the window under the cursor. Well, so we're going to get window attributes. We're going to create pointer. Oh, that's same pointer, I think. And remove window. Okay. And resize windows there. Okay. Mouse drag, mouse drag with the ability to specify custom cursor shape. That needs to be pushed all the way down into the X connection. Okay, so this the X connection needs to be able, XCon rather needs to be able to handle this. Okay, let's do that. Right. Cool. Okay. I think that gives us enough to go on. So it does. It does indeed. But she is awake and wriggly, so I'm going to take her out. And I don't think we've had anyone join yet, so there's no one here to disappoint with us. So I'll leave this up, I suppose. Careful. But this little puppy. Say hi, little puppy. Say hi. Needs to go out for a walk, don't you? Yeah, you do. So I'll leave that just now, but I think then that should be enough for me to write up putting mouse support in. And then can I start mouse support? Proper mouse support. I think I cracking with that. So if you are watching this in the future, thanks. If you have any suggestions for stuff to work on, then let me know. And next time around, hopefully, I'll actually be doing some coding. We'll see.